Welcome to a very special edition of the Rom-Com Review. I'm here with Samhita in her very sexy boudoir because we are discussing Sex in the City 2. So.
And this is Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe.
We have a couple of different themes to talk about. Let's talk about the homophobia or the gay people as accents or accessories to the movie.
Or convenient plot points.
Yes.
So first of all, the movie opens with the gay marriage of, or as Carrie insists on saying, it's just a wedding, it's not a gay wedding, between her gay best friend Stanford and Charlotte's best friend Anthony. So I actually appreciated the wedding only because, I mean, granted it was a huge gay minstrel show, which we'll talk about in a minute, but I actually appreciated it because it starts the movie off with saying marriage is more than just between straight people, right? So you have this new conversation, this new way of finding love. But then it was just a train wreck. What happens next? So everything is white and sparkly. There are swans, there are musical theatre references, and then Liza Minnelli shows up and performs what is actually a physically painful rendition of Beyonce's Single Ladies. And I don't think you could possibly fit more gay stereotypes into a 10-minute block of film unless you had people having butt sex at the reception. It is so gay.
Can you make jokes about people of a community that you're not even part of? Right? And so that kind of moves throughout the movie, right? This gay people are accessories. They're used to make points about straight people.
Right.
And so that brings us to the lesbian nanny.
Right. So Charlotte has 2 kids now. After years of struggling with fertility issues, she now has 2 gorgeous kids. And she has a full-time live-in nanny. And the big issue is that this nanny is gorgeous and she doesn't wear a bra and she runs around with her boobs bouncing everywhere. And there are plenty of opportunities there for slow-mo. And for some reason she dances an Irish jig because she's Irish and she doesn't wear a bra, so of course she has to dance a jig. And Charlotte gets really worried about the fact that her husband might be attracted to the nanny and might cheat on her with the nanny. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, it's revealed that there is no threat because the nanny is a lesbian. So problem solved. We don't have to have a substantive discussion about the fact that Charlotte is afraid of growing older and less attractive, and then she feels threatened by a younger, beautiful woman because she's a lesbian. Consumerism. Okay, you know those movies where stuff is blowing up for no reason and people are getting shot with way more bullets than they need to, and you just kind of sit there going, why did you blow up that house or country or planet? It makes no sense. Right. This movie is like that with stuff. Everything is sparkly, and everything is expensive, and everything is as luxurious as it can possibly be. And at a certain point, especially with the economy being what it is just senseless, gratuitous consumerism. And it's pretty sickening. Yeah,
I agree. I think the motherhood, the piece where we're supposed to somehow feel bad for Charlotte, right? Because she has a nanny and she doesn't have a full-time job, but that she still can't handle mothering.
Right. Like you said, it is difficult to feel sorry for Charlotte because she has full-time help and she lives in a gorgeous apartment on the Upper East Side and she doesn't have a job. But by the same token, it's nice to see this acknowledgement that motherhood isn't easy. And during the scene, they acknowledge, we have full-time help. How do the mothers who don't have help do it? And they toast to those mothers, and it's this really uncomfortable...
First world problems.
First world problems.
One of those moments throughout the movie that are misguided attempts at building relationships or some kind of visibility for marginalized populations, but ultimately fails to do so and actually disrupt the main narrative of the show. It's a show that started as a way to start and rewrite a narrative around romance.
Ultimately, they all end up married and or with kids, with the exception of Samantha, who, without Samantha in this movie, there would be no sex.
Yeah.
She's the only one who we see having sex, and, she's the only way that they're staying true to the original purpose of the show, which is the idea that women could have sex like men.
Yeah, absolutely. And so while I appreciated the final sentiment in the movie that you should find romance on your own terms and that, every relationship looks different depending on what it is, ultimately, consumerism and marriage were the 2 consolidated themes throughout the movie. Yeah. And the materialism of finally Big giving her a ring to consolidate their commitment to each other, while she's saying it's on her own terms.
Right. So the point of the movie, well, one of the major points in the movie is that Carrie is not a traditional girl. She resisted an engagement ring and she, you know, she didn't change her last name. And then at the end of the movie, to punish her for cheating on him, Big gives her this huge motherfucking diamond ring, which for a woman, you know, and it's as a reminder that she has to wear it every day to remind her that she is married and in a monogamous relationship. So for a woman who initially resisted an engagement ring, this is a pretty huge pendulum swing towards traditional marriage.
Yes, absolutely. And so I think that pretty much sums up our views on Sex and the City.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, and if you're also interested in the racist aspects of Sex and the City, I also wrote a blog post about that.